Welcome back, Pokemon trainers. Professor Chaz here, the lab coat's on back order, and we're here to meet with some new professors, essentially, here in Pokemon Violet, because we're going back to school. Fido has a pretty blocky looking tail back there, so if you're excited for some school learnings, and more stuff happening later on, of course, hit that like button down below. Be as excited as Psyduck just was. You see him back there? Yeah, look at him. Well, he's got a headache now, but just pretend. If you want to see other episodes of this series, check the link in the description to the full playlist to see all the episodes that have led us to this point. But you can also follow along for future installments by subscribing to the channel or joining and hitting that bell button for the notifications when new things are coming your way. So the new things that I'm interested in are... Can I talk to you folks? So should I use the computer? Yes, that's fine. And again, we talk to the Pokemon. Hello, Igglybuff. I mean, you are cute, though. I heard it's easier to find where I'm going if I look up on the computer. Is that true? So they're just talking about these terminals here to see where you're supposed to go. Alright, excuse me. So the first thing I want to do is we've got all these level 1 classes to start, and just to put my brains to the test, I want to go through the level 1 of each class in this stream to start off with. Then we'll go to level 2 for the next stream until we get to the midterm and clear out all the classes that are currently available, because I believe getting more badges unlocks more classes as well. So we've already completed the math and the battle studies. So let's see biology. Oh, that's my homeroom teacher, actually. Yes. Let's take biology level 1 and see what see if I can actually learn. See if we can all learn from this, because you're never too old to learn new things. Unless... Do you think there's someone out there that knows everything? No, I'll bet. There's a person out there that knows every single thing except my shoe size. Hello, my name's Jacques, and I'll be your I keep thinking homeroom. Your Pokemon biology teacher. In my class, we'll learn all about the various quirks of our beloved Pokemon together. I hope you all come to love Pokemon even more from the things you learn here. In today's class, I'll teach you a great way to get to know Pokemon in more depth. If you'd like to become better friends with your Pokemon, you can let them come out of their Pokeball and walk along with you. Sounds great, huh? You can use the ZR button to throw a Pokeball and let out the Pokemon inside. Nothing cuter than watching your Pokemon run around underfoot, if you ask me. Once you let your Pokemon out, try speaking to them. They're sure to respond in some way. It's a great way to get to know them better. However, letting your Pokemon out of its ball just isn't a great idea in some locations. Can anyone tell me where it is that you shouldn't have your Pokemon walk along with you? Off the top of my head, where would I think? I'm not sure. Near the water? Inside buildings, I think it is. Even though we've seen many instances of people with their Pokemon out. That's right. Great job, Chaz. I see you did your homework. This is my first class. We don't have homework yet. The correct answer is that we should not walk with our Pokemon indoors. How about that? Some Pokemon might damage walls, desks, and other things walking around inside buildings, so it's not allowed regardless of the species. Why was that Fido walking down the stairs, sir? Therefore, please only let your Pokemon out of their Pokeballs while outdoors. Okay, everyone? I think I see them out and about in classrooms from time to time, but still. Anyway, you may become even closer friends with your Pokemon pals by walking together. Oh, I almost forgot. Keep in mind that you can only walk together with your lead Pokemon. Now that's a kick in the butt. I would have liked to have my whole squad walking with me. You can kind of do that in Legends Arceus, but you can't walk with them like they would. So they stay stationary, and then you walk away, they go back to their Pokeballs. But you could have your whole team out and active in Legends Arceus. Remember, use the ZR button to throw a ball and let out the Pokemon inside. You'll also want to remember that throwing a ball at a wild Pokemon will start a battle. Looks like that's all the time we have for today, so see you all next class. So what have we learned today, boys and girls? Throw your Pokemon out, not in a building. Keep that in mind, because that's going to be on the test later, I assume. Alright, let us take, excuse me, History 1. I will say, history in real life was not one of my best, things. Subjects. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah, it was not one of my better subjects, so let's see if I can actually do better with virtual history. I don't even remember your voice. Oh, I see we have some new students here with us today. My name is Ryford. I will be the one to impart knowledge of the past to your little minds. That's encouraging. Oh, look at Hisuian Pokeball. History is a wonderful thing. Truly splendid. My hair won't stop twitching. The lives of our ancestors throughout history forged the path to the present in which we live. Today you shall learn about the most mysterious location in all of Paldea, the Great Crater. As you are all aware, a massive crater known as the Great Crater of Paldea exists in the heart of our region. The area inside this crater is called Area 0, and research of its geological strata and material composition has shown that the crater is in fact over 1 million years old. It was long believed that a certain something, very vague, rested at the bottom of this mysterious crater. That hair just won't stop. Ah, perfect timing to make eye contact, young I was trying not to. Answer me this. What exactly was believed to rest in the depths of the Great Crater inside Area 0? It was the herbs, wasn't it? Excuse me. I guess treasure? Huh, that is correct. You are a surprisingly clever one, aren't you? I see you did your homework prior coming to my class. She specifies that. Hello, Snorlax321. Hello, Greg. Welcome to our stream tonight, as I'm doing a bunch of class learnings. That's right. Some believe that a treasure more valuable than anything else in this world rested in the depths of the Great Crater. So much for dreams of treasure hunting, though, as a lab has been built in those very same depths. Oh, before I forget, you would all do well to remember that the Great Crater and Area 0 are both off limits to all but those who have official business there. Do not dare entertain the foolish notion of gallivanting off to Area 0 in search of riches. It is no place for children dreaming of treasure and adventure. Besides, if it were at all possible to investigate the area, I would surely be the first to do so. And we're done. Oh, is that time already? I must have gotten swept up in filling your minds with knowledge. This ends today's lesson. We will unravel more of history's enigmas together next time. So we learned there's a treasure, or believe that there was a treasure. Dazzling Show says it's also important to study up in the entrance hall. What you're saying about a different colored book, I think you do mean the Violet book. I've already read through that in a previous stream, but there is a lot to learn in there as well. Indeed, so if anyone's looking for learnings, more stuffs, check that book out. Alright, we want to take Languages 1, and I'm not good with English itself. I ain't that good so let's do it, Mr. Salvatore. Yes. Okay, let's learn about language. Class will begin soon. Don't be late. Don't be late. They stole my Sonic outro. I like the grapes. What color grapes do you guys like eating? The purples or the greens? I like the greens. My dear students, how are you all today? Feeling good, I hope. That's a fancy, snazzy looking outfit. Je m'appelle Salvatore. My name is Salvatore. I had a razor accident with my shaver this morning. Chunk of my hair's gone missing. Merci beaucoup. That is, thank you very much for your attention here in my class. I'm so heureux, or happy, for this chance to re-experience my younger days with you all. Do you know what Salvatore means? It means savior. So just imagine that I'm here to save you from spooky new languages. Haha! Funny, no? That's right. My classes will teach you about various languages from different regions. Can we translate Galarian? Excuse me. You may say good morning or hello as a greeting, but people from elsewhere may say bonjour or salut or alola. I've heard there's even a popular streamer out there who smashes several languages. Yeah, we met her. I don't know. Language together and says hello, hello, hola, ciao, and bonjour. There are so many regions out there in our world, and each can have their own unique languages. Gracias, merci, shishi, arigato, danke. These all have the same meaning. Can you guess what it is? I know it. I know it. It means thank you. I know that much. Whoa! Chaz, was it? Look it! Look it! Look at the Raichu on the board! Bravo, that's correct. And speaking up is important in language learning too. Gracias, merci, jishi. These words all mean thank you. I guess some of you probably knew at least one of those. Despite meaning the same thing, their lengths and sounds are all different. Isn't that interesting? I'm not sure what accent I'm going for. And now, apropos of nothing, let me give you all one of my wise words of advice. Oh, I've got a fun story to share about languages. When you travel abroad, you should try to speak the local language as much as you can, even if you can't speak it very well. I'm sure your willingness to try will make the people you meet very happy. Honestly, from my experience, just being able to say hello, delicious, and thank you in the local language will get you pretty far. For everything else, just pretend you're Mr. Mime and gesture away. Alright. Oh, there's that pesky bell. I guess that's all the time we have for today. Well, adios, matinee. A la prochaine. See you later, everyone. His accent changed like 5 times, I think, during that one spiel. I mean, my bad. I ain't no languages. Alright, let me tell you a quick little... We got 2 minutes till this first break I'm going to take with the chat, but quick little story. When I was in high school, we had a teacher who... He made up his own language, and not really like a full language, but there was words he would substitute. Like one day he's giving us a... He's giving us our homework questions, and he says, okay, question number 1. Hello. And then we're all just waiting. He's like, hello. And some of the students were like, hello, or hi, or whatever. He's like, oh, did I not tell you about my own language? So, for him, since Native Americans greet each other with how, his word for how, as in how long can we tolerate this, he would say hello. Other things, like, for the word explain, he broke that down into the letter X and a plain, flat land, transform those into the letter J and mountain. So instead of saying, explain how, such and such, he would say, J Mountain, hello, ba, 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 ba. Very memorable. You know, eventually we all became very fluent in his own language. The simple word do, D-O. Now, when you wake up in the morning, rain or mist that has collected on the bottom of leaves is known as morning dew, D-E-W, and that's called condensation. So, he would say, for the word do, explain how do these things work, would be, J Mountain, hello, condensation, these things work. Yeah, so that was my high school experience. How about yours? So let's see what Psyduck wants me to take next. I'm assuming Psyduck is the one enrolling me to all this stuff. Let's go to art. Oh, I love art. Let's go to art 1 with Mr. Hassel? The Hoff himself? No, we've met Mr. Hassel already. Class begins soon. Oh, she says don't be tardy, not don't be late. I guess they didn't plagiarize my outro, which I plagiarized from Sonic 06. The best game in the Sonic series, sarcastically speaking. Look at that starter! Greetings, I'm Hassel. I'll be teaching this art class. It is a pleasure to meet you all. As a side note, every teacher will not have consistent voices. There's too many. Now, let me be candid for one moment. I imagine that many of you will forget all that you learned in this class once you graduate. A realist, is he? After all, you don't even need a basic understanding of artwork, much less a refined appreciation of beauty, for most exams or jobs. So, is my class a waste of time for you then? No, because it lets us appreciate things that other people will not even consider. I think not. At least I certainly hope it isn't. Fun question for you folks in the chat. How important do you feel art is to you? Kind of leading into what he's saying here. Think for a moment, all of you. What is beauty anyway? What makes something beautiful? The eye of the beholder, definitely. Interesting. Thank you, Chaz. I didn't hear a ding ding. Did I get it wrong? Oh, I don't mean to suggest there's a correct answer to my query. The important thing is that you all take the time to think about it. Think about why we might find beauty in a flower blooming on the side of the road, for example. Question why the sky is a different shade of blue than the ocean, or why the leaves change color. Ponder the windmills of Artisan and how they move. Contemplate the chilling bite of the waters of Cascarver. I'm sure you will find that every little detail of your lives will seem more vivid, more impactful, if you just take a moment to stop and think. And I am certain that if you stop and truly appreciate the little beauties of this world, it will help you pull through the days where your studies have you exhausted, or when work has dampened your spirits. Ah, do pardon me for waxing philosophical. You don't need to understand all of that now. To put it simply, it is true that one doesn't need art to survive, but it certainly makes surviving much more enjoyable. I like this guy. It is my hope that this class will add even a little bit of color to your lives. That's all for today. Next time, we'll try a more hands-on approach to appreciating beauty. I like this. That is true. Like he says, like, people can get through their lives without doing any art. And that does baffle me, because Psyduck died. He's a ghost. But anyway, like, there are grown people that can't draw, like, can't really sketch. And I figured everyone would have, like, a rudimentary level of at least sketching something. Like, fun little side story. I know I'm wasting all this time here in the stream, but when I was in high school, excuse me, actually, well, so my best friend through elementary into high school, I used to draw my own comic book series. I mentioned it before, Dot Man, and I was encouraging a friend of mine who was kind of more into, like, you know, the physical, like, athletics and such, but we shared enough similarities and interests that I thought, okay, I'm gonna encourage him to, like, draw some characters too. And it was surprising to me that he could really only do stick figures. Whereas, I mean, my stuff wasn't super advanced either. It was a dot with arms and legs, but I had, like, some kind of humanoid characters, like a dragon kind of thing. And I found it, like, I think I found it hard to believe that he couldn't do more, because I couldn't fathom that people couldn't do more than a stick person. But, you know, I didn't like, say, ridicule him or for that, or try to push him any further. It's like, if that's what he was doing, that's what he was doing. But yeah, it's when you grow up with your own life experiences, it's hard to picture a different experience that anyone else could be having, right? That's what makes every individual person special and important and unique, and I like that. Anyway, enough, as Hassel was doing, waxing philosophical. Let's go to home ec class. I'm gonna make a cake, Mr. Saguaro. I want to make a cake. We can make a sandwich. I don't know, maybe. Snorlax is good at drawing stick people. Well, like I said, yeah, some people have that level, and I'm not saying like that's low tier and then you get better. It's like some stick characters can go far. Henry Stickmin. Check those games out. The what are they called? They get different names. You look up the Henry Stickmin collection. Oh, I see we have some energetic young ones in our class this time around. You may call me Mr. Saguaro. Your time here with me will be spent obtaining knowledge and skills indispensable for daily life. Many of you have left the care of your parents to live here on your own in the academy dormitory. I pray that the knowledge I impart to you will improve the quality of your lives and the necessities thereof: food, clothing, and shelter. Of those three categories, I assume the most pressing and interesting for you all is food. Well, when you eat sandwiches on your picnics, the HP of your party Pokemon will be restored. You'll also gain something called meal powers, which can provide all manner of benefits. For example, these powers can make Pokemon easier to catch or increase the experience points that your Pokemon receive. I think you'll also find that the breadth of these effects can be expanded by crafting sandwiches of superb flavor. What's more, there's a certain something that is particularly important if we wish to receive meal powers with even more helpful effects. What is that? Let me see. Master Chaz, tell me, what must you keep in mind to receive even more helpful meal powers? I honestly don't know, but let's see. My choice of filling and condiments, how fast I prepare the food. I'm going to say the choice of fillings. Okay, perfectly correct, Master Chaz. Perhaps you were already aware of this fact from having helped your family with cooking at home. Well, I've been on the road quite a bit here too, so. Your choice of ingredients, including both fillings and condiments, is an important factor in gaining even more helpful meal powers. For example, using sweet ingredients in your sandwiches may help you gain egg power. This is what I kind of want to know. Including numerous bitter ingredients, on the other hand, can gain you item drop power. Learning to aim for specific effects when crafting sandwiches will almost certainly make your culinary endeavors more enjoyable. Please be aware, however, that you can also receive meal powers by eating at restaurants. I must say that I would feel the utmost joy if you all learned much here in my class and came to better understand home economics. Our time together has come to an end for today. I bid you all farewell. Excuse me. So, sweet gives you egg power, bitter gets drop. So, dry, sour, or what was it on tart? I think one of those must be encounter power, or at least provide towards it. So we've done all the learning we're going to do for now. I want to go to the cafeteria. Speaking of meal powers. Let's see what we can get. Excuse me, I feel like I've just had a meal power of my own. I actually did. I had rice just before this. Alright, so what do you offer me up? We're looking for a specific power and an encounter power type. And the pickle sandwich is what I'm looking for. But I can make that. So I think I'll wait and make it closer to where I'm going. Because as the stream indicates, I'm going to look to add a new Pokemon to my squad today at long last. It's going to be on the way to the town of Medali, which is where I'm going to go for my next gym badge. That looked weird. And we're going to fly as close as we can for starters. Dazzling Shell. It's important to remember what you learn from these classes, because you need them for the midterms and finals. That's why I'm doing it. Like, I want to really test myself, so I'm not going through all of, say, home ec and then finishing that class with the midterm. I want to try to remember, for realsies, what I'm supposed to be learning from the classes. So I'm going to go here to Cascarferrara and head on the way to our next Pokemon. And I'm going to do the meal power thing. I'm going to see, you know, you never know, a shiny could present itself. Maybe not likely, but failing a shiny, the one I already know I want to go for, I want to try to find a big one of. Kind of the reverse of our Tauros. Okay, so to get where I'm going, I gotta cut through the desert. I gotta watch out for the wild Pokemon like Ruffletzes and Silicobras. You silly cobra. Pfft. Tricks are for kids. Wait, wrong species. But let me know if you... You're not shiny, are you? I just saw little dust things behind or below you. Hey, there's some Cacnea. Neato. Any other... Have I seen you in my Pokedex, by the way? I have not. We're just going to take a look at you. You look shiny. A little shinier than I would have expected. Okay, we're going to just back away slowly. We don't need to beat you up. We just want to take a look at you. I think I've seen Phanpy. I've seen Flittles already. Silicobra. Indeed. Let's snag ourselves. Larvesta Fuzz. Larvesta. Larvesta's here? I've actually seen them in my random travels. Oh, Starpiece. I've not seen a Rufflet yet? And way back in one of the first episodes, we caught a Rellor from a raid battle, and there's one right in the background. So that's cool. So we've now seen Rufflet in the decks. I think it should still count. Yeah, I've seen Rellor. Sweet. Got an Ultra Ball. I gotta sell a bunch of stuff next time I'm at the Pokemon Center. Give me that. A Starpiece. Very nice. Have I seen Ghastly yet? I know I've seen Ghastly. And we got ourselves a rare candy. Flinks! Flinks is here. I see a Gimme Ghoul too. Do you see the Gimme Ghoul? Alright. Let's back away. Not that I'm scared. I just don't need to fight them. Hey! Get out of here, Ghastly. Try to attack me. Okay, new TM. Take it. It is. Spikes. Haven't seen you yet. Sailor Pika may have a point. Just checking the live chat here. I feel like Game Freak made shinies not sparkle in the overworld to make them harder to get. That could be definitely possible. Well, I see something of interest over here. Not this. Ultra Ball. What is this? What is this? Haven't we already fought one of these? It's a Gimme Ghoul, but I don't want to fight it. I got other stuff I got to be doing. We got a Bramblin, Silicobra. I do want to find, like, eventually I'm going to do some off-screen or off-stream exploration. Hey, there you are. And just to take a look, see if there is a shiny in the wild. If I just target it, does it show me the shiny sparkles? Because I want to know. I want to know. See, I saw, like, little dust kicking up here, but That's just from the dust getting blown around. Okay, that's nothing. Ooh, what's this guy? I like how recklessly we just dive off of here. What? Oh, this is a Knackly Evo. Lucian. What are you? You are a special type. You are a ghost type. Knackly. What are you called again? I know I've seen you off screen. Knackle Stack. Salt Stack, essentially. Giraffe-rig! Get away from him. We're done talking to this thing. Giraffe-rig, let me say hi to you. And then run away. I think we've seen Dawn Fan already. Let's run for safety. And yes, I ran into the Knackle Stackle. And yes, Snorlax, I did like the nice pink shiny piggy. You should call it Miss. As in, you know, Muppet. Alright, we don't want to fight you, Knackle Stackle. I know the real name, that's what I'm going to call it regardless. So I'm going to head off to somewhere to make a picnic. So if you guys can just leave me alone for a few moments, I would greatly appreciate your contribution to my sacrifice, or something that makes sense English-wise. So right about here, we have a nice cave coming up, and I feel like, let's see if we can find a rock-type Pokemon, perhaps. Can we do a picnic on the ground, on the rock here? Yes, we can. So I do know Pickle Sandwich is what we want to look for. So tell you what, work with the exercise ball for a bit, guys. I'll make you some food. I love the size of that. I thought they were all going to be the same size ball, but no, exercise ball is definitely bigger. I want to kick it. Bigger. I can't kick it. Bigger. There. Oh, I hit everybody just about. Matt's fine, though. Alright, so pickle sandwich was what we were looking at. Can I make the same pickle sandwich? I can't? The guys in the school lied to me. Look it. What was that? How do they make a different sandwich? Okay. Look for Encounter Power Rock. Keep your eyes peeled. Why did I not eat when I had a chance? I'm not gonna get one, am I? Raid Power Rock. Forget that. We don't want that. Teensy Power Rock. We don't want that. Hey, there we go. Great BLT sandwich. Okay, I can make that. Is there anything I can get that's less ingredients, though? Well, there, Encounter Power Rock 2. Level 2. Ultra BLT sandwich. We might make that. Hang on. Let me see what else we have. Look at all our recipes now. It's crazy cool. Encounter Rock. No. Okay, so the Ultra BLT sandwich. I've never eaten such a thing. Maybe someday I might. Alright, let's do this. Let's have fun throwing our stuff together. Let's go with... What does the sword look like? Oh! Look at this. Magic wand. Magic wand. The parasol. I love the look of these ones. Let's do the sword. Yeah. Looks like a kind of sword Meta Knight would have from Kirby. Alright, let's put the ingredients on nicely. We got only one basil. Okay, we got, put the basil on. Oh, 4 pieces of basil, okay. I thought it was like just one clump of leaf. I guess it's... Oh, the basil's supposed to go on the tomatoes? Did I mess this up? I'm looking at the picture down the bottom there. I guess they want the lettuce next. I'll try to make it like the picture. It's too late now to perfect it like that, but okay. Who likes making the sandwiches in this game? I love it. It's simple. I mean, I was going to say it doesn't add anything to the game. It does, because you do get the meal powers. And it's just a fun little creative thing. We want the tomatoes next. We're going to top it off with the bacon of the BLT. Please don't fall off, ingredients. I greatly appreciate you working together with me. But this bacon is so thick. It's wild. Can we turn it, I wonder? No, I can't twist it that I know of. No, okay. Just a little test. I don't think, anyway. No. None of the buttons seem to do it. Okay. Okay. And let's stab it! Sword in the stone. All done. Hey, let's see how much we like it. Who wouldn't love grabbing that sandwich, eating it, and then you get to pull the sword out? I would think it's neat. Alright, take a big bite. Level 2 rock encounter is what we're really aiming for here. So let's see if you did it. Oh, it's kind of sour. It's kind of tart. But it is delicious. We did it. Okay, Ultra BLT sandwich. I see. Encounter power rock level 2. You guys all good? You know what we haven't done in forever? Give you a wash. I just realized the loofah is like a Marie. Okay, you're good. Nice. I don't think I've done this in a while. Get that soap off you. There we go. We should give everybody a quick wash, I think. Well, we got a couple of sleepers. How about you? Want to wash? Its body being metallic, though, I wonder how much this wash actually helps it. Okay, and Dumpty. How about you, bud? You got some hearts on your... Would you... Right on. Get out of here, you. There. This is working. Not the best angle, but... Oh, what? Calm down. You gotta get clean, buddy. Alright, I think we're good. Let us pack it up. Sorry, Smithers, you missed out. And Dumpty level up, though. Dumpty's gonna learn Curse. Remember this happened in the earlier live stream, but it didn't save because the connection died? Yeah! We still don't want it, though. Alright, I got a half hour to encounter rock-type Pokemon. So let's all keep our peepers peeled. Hey, Gibble, get out of my... Wait. I haven't seen you yet. But we're looking for rocks. Does anyone know what rock type I'm looking for in this particular zone? If you don't, you will see. I didn't think to check something either. Hey, what is this? What is this? This is a rock type. That's right. I'm going to add a Glimmet to the team. But we're going to spend our half hour of mealtime to see if we find a shiny. And I'm going to say like 25 minutes. If we don't find one by the end of the time limit, then I will go ahead and try to catch a huge one. If I can even tell the different sizes of them. Dusk Ball. Interesting. I'm also wondering if I can teach False Swipe to any of my Pokemon. I did pick that up, I believe. The TM. False Swipe, where would you be? If I was a False Swipe, where would I be? I see it, I see it, I see it. No! Alright, never mind. As expected. No luck for me. We got Salandit here. Have I seen you yet? No, let's get him. Let's beat him up. Or just take a look. The more Pokemon we find, the more our Pokedex reveals more to us about the Paldea region. Good stuff. Yeah, let's go. Let's run. Have I seen you yet? No! I haven't seen anything. What in the heck? It is kind of off-putting, though, when you first encounter a Pokemon. Quite often they're in their low poly form, and then the battle starts, and then you can see them, like, fully modeled and stuff. It's a little distracting, but, I mean, it's not the end of the world. It's just not quite the beginning, either. We got a Noibat. I bet I'm annoying this bat. Yeah? No? Alright. But we've now seen it. Pokedex is getting filled up. I see another Glimmet. And don't worry, this time I do have a name in mind for it. For this new addition to our team. I did some pre-research, let's just say, to think of a cool name. Let's just bump into this guy real quick, get him in our Pokedex. Excuse me. Level 30, can we run from you? Yes, we can. Matt is quick. No matter what you say. These all look normal. Well, not normal type, but you know what I'm trying to say. Look at all these. I love how the encounter power works so well. Like, how many of... Because these things normally never show up. When I say never, I mean hardly ever. So not never by any means. Oh, look at the light coming in from the moon. That's cool. Wow, you're way up there. Ooh, there's a hole up. Ooh, look at this. It's a hole in the ceiling. I bet we can find a way down from there someday. Okay, again, keep your peepers peeled. If you see a shiny, let me know. By the time I get to see your message, it's probably going to be long gone, but I would like to at least know why to cry myself to sleep tonight as opposed to not knowing why. Every single night. Nah, I'm good. I'm just fooling you, is all. I'm just trying to throw words out there to, like, fill up word space. We got 2 revives. But we needs shiny Glimmet, please. Got a trainer, we got a Glimmet. Oh, scary trainer. Black text, or black text box. You look normal, you look normal. You all look normal to me. Every single one of you. Whoa. Snorlax wants to be the very best like no one ever was. I think Ash would have some words with you, my friend, my good sir. My fellow compatriot. You guys gonna shine for me down here? Eh? I mean, you're supposed to, like, glow from your name, I assume. Glimmet. They glimmer! Wonder where the name comes from. Like, Glim, obviously, you know, a glimmering Pokeball. Experience candy. But what is, like, the met? Like, the Glimmet. Where's the met part? I don't understand. I've never met a Glimmet. But if I can met a shiny one, that'd be cool. You are normal. How about you are normal? Does anyone think... Let me know in the chat right now. Do you think I will actually find a shiny? I don't. But I'm okay with that. As I said in a recent... one of my Pokemon Shield episodes, I think, I was asking QOTD, how important are shiny Pokemon to you? And to me, I said, the more importance, or the most importance I say I would place on a shiny is more for you guys' sake. Like, you know, getting you all hyped up that I caught one. If I don't catch one, I'm not gonna, like, be upset. I'll just be like, well, you know, life goes on, big deal. But I know there's some people that, especially like in Pokemon Go, I know people in my area that as soon as a new shiny is introduced, they go on a wild hunt to find every single possible one that they can get, to the extent of, like, you really want to spend all your time doing that? That's a lot of time investment. I mean, I guess if that's what you're into, it's cool. It's just something that I myself would not put that much importance into, I suppose. You prefer the indoors? Well, get in there, you crazy old goof. I'm gonna steal an Agua Berry. I'm gonna steal a Figgy Berry. I'm gonna check this raid real quick, just you never know. I'm gonna steal a Mago Berry. And I'm gonna also steal a Ayapapa Berry. 3-star Flying Eevee? Hey, excuse me, Mr. Giraffarig. Why don't you go evolve somewhere? Because you can now. I'm gonna steal a Pokeball real quick, too. And we get ourselves... Give it! Super Potion. Excuse me, what are you called? Deerling. But yeah, Flying Eevee. Interesting. What if they actually made a Flying Evolution? Who here, back when Sylveon was first introduced, or first revealed, rather, you know what I'm gonna do? Cancel the timer and start it right away again. Who here in the chat, or even if in the comments if you're watching this after the live stream, thought that when Sylveon was revealed, like just the appearance of it, not necessarily the name or anything, the typing of course, who here thought it was going to be a flying type Eevee because of those ribbons? I wasn't sure. I don't know if I was convinced either way, but I know that was a theory people had, that, oh, they've introduced a flying evolution for Eevee. And that would have been cool, but I do like the fact that when they introduced the new fairy typing in Gen 6 that they made an evolution to go along with it. Does make you wonder, though, why we didn't get a Steel-type evolution, Metallion is what I would call it, when Gen 2 came along. Because they did give us a Dark-type Eevee, because Dark was new in Gen 2, but Steel was also new, but we didn't get a Steel-type evolution. It was crazy. They gave us Psychic. And of all types, why Psychic when they were setting up Psychic to be the one that was most called nerfed, I suppose, in Gen 2? Because of the two new typings they included in Gen 2, Dark and Steel, Steel was resistant to Psychic, and Dark was not only immune to Psychic, it was super effective against it. So they clearly wanted to sort of even the playing field, how Psychic was so overpowered in Gen 1. And I like what they did to balance that too. They made it so that not only were these two new types either resistant or immune to the overpowered Psychic, they also made fighting types, which arguably were like some of the worst types in Gen 1, at least given like type matchups. They made fighting type good against both Steel and Dark. That was pretty nice. A good balancing factor. But then it wasn't until Gen number 6 they decided, let's balance Dragon out a little bit better by adding the fairy typing. That was very smart of them. Look at all these. One just has to shine. Come on. For the first time in my Pokemon history, let me have a shiny on my main team. Just do it. It's not that hard. Conjure up a nice shiny thingy. I still got 19 minutes. Well, according to my timer, I only got 10. When my timer goes off, I'll catch the biggest Glimmet I find. And that'll be our new addition to the squad. So I'm not getting my full meal power out of the deal, but I don't really care that much again. You know, shinies are cool, but not the end of the world. Yeah, Psychic, Snorlax agrees. Psychic types in Gen 1 were broken. And not just figuratively speaking, they were literally misprogrammed. Because apparently, Ghost was supposed to be super effective on Psychic types, which I think in Pokemon Stadium it was, but in you're not shiny, are you? In the main games, apparently they were misprogrammed so that Psychic types were immune to Ghost. And not only that, but every Ghost type in Gen 1, the Ghastly, Haunter, Gengar line, was also part poison and therefore weak to Psychic. So anyone that was going into like Sabrina's gym with a Haunter or a Gengar thinking, I got this in the bag, they really didn't. They were walking into a disaster trap without even realizing it. I fell for that too because I had some of the I was looking at you guys like, what are you? You looked weird against the sky backdrop. I had one of the players guys that showed the type matchups. I missed an item. I want the item. And it said, you know, Ghost super effective on Psychic, and I thought, oh, that's cool. So but I never did catch a Ghost type in Gen 1, so I never experienced firsthand the glitchitude of the misprogramming. But I can imagine those who did probably weren't too thrilled about it. Come on, where's the shiny at? Unknown Spike says, use the full meal, don't waste it. Nah, I want to keep these episodes to a certain time, and honestly, I don't mind if I don't get, you know, if I don't get exactly 30 minutes use out of this. Because the thing is, even before the 30 minutes is up, I would want to catch a Glimmet anyway, because once the meal runs out after 30 minutes, they're going to go back into, like, super hiding. So, I definitely want to catch it before time runs out. And if I'm 5 minutes early, 10 minutes early, doesn't really make that much difference to me. Because, knowing that I don't care that much for shinies, the game is going to grace me with a shiny. Have I seen you? I have now. Hey, Sableye! Get out of my face! I haven't changed my Pokemon's movesets back yet either, have I? Since the Bombardier Titan. I should do that, but not going to do it just yet. I'll do it probably off-screen after the stream is done. Because I would like to try to maximize my shiny chance as long as I'm going to keep recording. And we've only got about 7 minutes to go. You guys are with me in for the long haul here. 7 whopping minutes away. Do we find a shiny today? I'm going to vote probably nay. But we are going to have fun along the way. What's your shiny level? Nothing? Alright. Now, once we see a shiny, though, if it does pop up, don't let me forget to target it, because I want to see if it shows a shiny symbol, so that we can know from a distance if something shines or if it doesn't shine. I guess one thing I'd say about shinies that I dislike is that, see all these little blue Glimmet here. Each one of them has the potential to be, you know, a decent... Oh! Free Fighting Terra Shard, yes! Each one of these has the potential to be a decent Pokemon, but what I'm doing right now, by looking for just the shiny, it's kind of like invalidating all the potential that every one of these ones has. And I feel that's what happens a lot of the times with shinies, where people, they go out hunting for the shinies, but I could have passed by like 5, 10 Glimmet, for all I know, with perfect stats, or at least near perfect, or say at least one stat maxed out, and that doesn't feel fair to all these individual Pokemon. I know they're just data in a game, but throw yourself into the world and think of them as living creatures. Like, there's a lot of potential here of all these Pokemon that is just overlooked because of the shinies. And the funny thing is, too, quite often when you do wind up with a shiny, how good are the stats on average? Usually not that great. So, that's why I would say shinies are not, like, what you really want to look for, because you're better off probably getting one of the many, 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 many non-shinies that you come across in your journeys. Now, if there was a way to, like, you know, okay, shiny breeding is different because you can sort of, like, you can aim for better stats through breeding. So a shiny breeding, or shiny bred Pokemon, that's definitely a nice one to pick up. But random shinies, they take away from the value of other random wild Pokemon that aren't shiny, and their potential will never be known. And that's sad. Speaking of which, where's my stupid shiny already? See, I'm an advocate for the standard Pokemon. There's a reason each Pokemon is designed the way it is, and the colors that are chosen by the designers, you know, Game Freak, whoever they have designing their new characters, and they choose these color schemes specifically for whatever reason. You know, sometimes they're cool, sometimes they're not, maybe, but it is what they have been chosen to have. And my question would be, how do they determine what shine colors, or what shiny colors a Pokemon gets? I think it used to be based off of a table, like, the color values being shifted a certain amount to, like, say, left or right on the color wheel, whatever you want to call it. And they weren't manually picked, but I think my nephew was telling me, he looked into the whole shiny aspect, and eventually they became hand-picked, or at least some of them became hand-picked of, okay, so this Weezing, for example, this purple Weezing, we're going to make it like a grayish blue instead. So I wonder why some are handpicked and some are not. But what I find funny, for me, now, for anyone that does not know me by any means, you do not know that my favorite color is purple, or you may not know that. What I find weird about the way things catch my eye, you know, purple Pokemon, they're cool. Not, like, depends on the species, but I wouldn't just say, that Pokemon's awesome because it's purple. However, if I find a shiny Pokemon whose normal non-shiny version is purple, but their shiny is not, I find that shiny tends to be more noticeable, more impressive to me, which is weird. That's one case where I kind of prefer something not being purple. I don't know what that says about me as the perpetrator of the crimes, if you will, as you may say. I don't know if anyone actually would say that. I'm just throwing words out there because I only got about 3 minutes to once more try to find a shiny. And if not, I'm gonna have to find a group of Glimmet and find which one is the biggest. Just because I like the idea of having, you know, tiny Tauros, but giant little rock thing. That's what I could call you, Arkansas. These are little rocks. Right? Just get it? No, I have an idea in mind, though, what we're going to call it. And I won't say just yet. I mean, will I even catch one? That remains to be seen. What if these things are just uncatchable? What if they're like Ultra Beasts, but reverse, because Ultra Beasts are catchable? Right? I'm pretty sure I know what the shiny does look like, too. I've looked it up. Well, I looked up the information about Glimmet, and then I accidentally, like, it showed the shiny color right next to the main picture, so I'm like, ah, okay, that's what it looks like. So I don't think I would miss it by, you know, accident or something. But that doesn't necessarily mean that I won't, because I could be completely incorrect. What's that up there? Something shiny. You look normal. I'm sure you guys all look normal here too. Whee! Sliding down the mountain. You guys look fine, yep. Alright, a minute and 20 seconds. If the shiny wants to reveal itself to me, now's the time. And if it doesn't, that's fine too. Any more we can see down there? Oop. Let's check down here, then we'll make our way through that overhang. Excuse me, Gabite. Just gonna sneak around you real quick. You don't need to roar at me. We're friends, we're buds. I'm not gonna bust you up. Alright, let's get to the end of here. My timer should be done by the end of this little segment. And then, let's find a group and choose the biggest one. I was gonna say, are there gonna be any showing up at all here? You guys all look normal. Look normal. Normal, normal, normal. Is this it? Is this the shiny? 20 seconds. It's not. I think that's the same group I just came from. I know this is riveting, isn't it? Shiny hunting. I'm sure there's probably a way in this game to like get better odds for shiny hunting. And once that's discovered, once I'm in post game, I'll probably do stuff like that. But for now, this is all just main story. Okay, I want to find a group of at least, say, 5. Because my timer did just end off there. So let's find a group of about 5 Glimmet and find a big one and throw it onto the team. And they're kind of hard to judge the size of, though. Because there's so many, like... They might not be clumped together that much. We got... Yeah, there's still 8 minutes left on our meal power anyway. But since they're not that close together, and it's hard to see them at proper levels and stuff, like altitude, it's hard to judge their size back and forth against one another. But I'll do my best. If I can find a group of them, that would be nice. Come on, show me the Glimmet group. Where are they at? They must be here. Don't leave me out on a lurch or whatever the terms are. There's 2 there. 1 guy here, 1 guy there. Even if I don't get like a big one, I guess I'm not gonna be upset. Oh, here's a small smattering of them. Which one looks big? I can't really tell. I don't know if that one's big. How about you? Are you big? What's your size level? How about you? You don't look particularly big to me. How about you? Maybe? Yeah, you look like you might have a good size to you. Let's go. Let's grab this Glimmet. We caught it off guard. Nice. I should actually switch and bring in our Thunder Waver. Now, it is rock type, so Headbutt hopefully is okay. Yeah, not bad. I'm going to Headbutt it to the yellow, and then we'll probably switch in. Ooh. Toxic Spikes. Uh-oh. Well, that's fine, because I want to switch into our Steel type. Ooh, is that critical? Calm down there, Matt. So, that's a cool ability, though. Just by getting hit, it drops the toxic spikes. Alright, Matador, no! You're fine. Okay, let's switch over to Smithers, because we do still have Thunder Wave, which will be good for additional capturing of this. Let us make our Thunder Wave play right now. And we are, of course, immune to the toxic spikes and the sandstorm, which is nice. And I think, for the first time in a long while, this thing gets stealth rocks too? It can put up stealth rocks and toxic spikes? That's crazy. Just to play off the fact that it is a, you know, light kind of Pokemon, I want to try a Dusk Ball. It's weird. I usually only use Pokeballs, but I like the idea of a light, a glimmering Pokemon being in a Dusk Ball. Just the, what'd you call it? The juxtaposition of it. Alright, we've got Glimmet. Not bad. New addition to our squad. Got 2 Glimmet crystals for that. Cool. We have Glimmet, the Ore Pokemon. Glimmet's toxic mineral crystals look just like flower petals. This Pokemon scatters poisonous powder like pollen to protect itself. Let's nickname this little... Were you a boy or girl? Female, okay. We're gonna call you... Now, if anyone knows what this name comes from, let me know. This crystal Pokemon's gonna be named Kyber. Kyber's been added to the party. And look how cool that picture looks in the book. Not a Pokeball, that's right, Sailor Pika. I'm mixing it up a little bit here. I'm going crazy in the Paldea region. Okay, let's see what Kyber has going on. So the Terra type is pure rock. Of course, no held item. Naive-natured Pokemon. It's mischievous. The ability is Toxic Debris, or Debris. Scatters poison spikes at the feet of the opposing team when the Pokemon takes damage from physical moves. Rock Polish, Stealth Rock, Venoshock, Sandstorm. What else is available right now? Ancient Power, Acid Spray, Rock Throw, Harden Smackdown, and that's it. Of course, we got plenty of TMs we're going to want to teach. To that point, let us actually do a quick fly back to a Pokemon Center. We'll save it up there. I guess our closest would be... Well, we can't fly to that. I guess we're going back into Karsavarfadar. So we'll go heal up, and we're going to call it a day for this episode. I think that makes sense. So if you enjoyed today's episode, folks, I know we didn't make it to the next gym just yet, but we are going to be on our way. Let me know. Are you sleeping under a tree, man, back there? Let me know if you enjoyed today's episode by hitting that like button down below. If you want to see future episodes, of course, and you're not yet subscribed or joined as a channel member, do either or. And hit that bell button for notifications when a new stream or video is coming your way. That took longer than expected. And if you want to see what's led us to this point, feel free to check the link in the description or during the outro to see the full Pokemon Violet playlist. Okay, with that, we are now going to sign off. Thank you, folks, for watching. Professor Chaz is out of here for the day, and I'll catch you next time.